What's going, guys? So this video isn't going to be nearly as detailed as it was with the actual law guide or the comment video I did as an extension of it, but I'm going to be actually detailing the major changes I know for law offhand from Pilot Warriors 2 to 3. I feel like overall he's been... Well, actually, Law has received a lot of changes in this game, like a lot more than I thought he would actually, but it's strange because he's received a lot of changes, but he hasn't been like heavily affected like Zoro was from Pilot Warriors 1 to 2. But neither is he like as stagnant as Ace was from Pilot Warriors 1 and 2 either now. Law is not as broken as he was in Pilot Warriors 2. I mean, he's definitely not like top 4. I would say he's more like top 10 maybe. He's definitely still pretty formidable in terms of melee. He's kept most of his moves, but some have been tweaked and there's been overall changes to him, and I just want to quickly highlight them. And starting this mission, I forgot what exactly it is. Also, my Law is level 50 in this game. I just got him there recently after being shanked, so pretty good there. So, let's get the show going. The first big change I want to mention is, of course, square attacks have been heavily slowed down. I don't know why. This is the change between both Law and Mihawk. Mihawk's received the same nerf, but with Law, it doesn't feel as significant. Also, I'm using his DLC Dressrosa outfit. Pretty cool stuff. So, Law, his melee attacks have been heavily slowed down, but I feel like this isn't as big a problem for him as it is Mihawk, because originally I was thinking this was actually a pretty big nerf for him because it slows down his crowd clearing and he can't chomp off as much damage as before. But on the other hand, he actually the first cool thing about him is that Room has gotten a hell of a range buff. Like, you can definitely visibly see it. Like, I would wager this is like, God, I would say like maybe 50% bigger than it was in Pilot Warriors 2. This thing is massive now. And considering it sells trained tracers before, R1 sucks people in. Actually, that's another cool change. Because the whole like skill activation thing it's changed now. It's now on R1 instead of R2. I don't know. For me, that just feels a lot more intuitive and a lot easier to just press R1 instead of R2, since I am playing this on a, well, then again, this game is only on PS3, so I don't know, it feels a lot more natural to press R1 than R2 because, you know, the whole it's got like that whole bumper thing going on. It's kind of strange, or trigger, or whatever you want to say. So with that, this is definitely this slowdown for his melee attacks isn't actually that bad, because I feel it actually makes him a lot easier to actually time his melee hits, actually get the appropriate smash attacks out. Like before, you kind of have to really be paying attention and have some pretty good execution to get the correct smashes down. But in this game, you can be pretty relaxed about it. I also feel that because of the slowdown square attacks, his melee attacks are a lot easier on the thumbs than they were in Pilot Wars 2. Like, you can kind of just like leisurely go at a press square, time your appropriate triangle attacks, and they're still pretty damn formidable. Consider the range and the buffed range for a Room anyway. Yeah, I feel like Law's become a lot less of like a damage dealing character, or like a lot less of a combo character, and a lot more of crowd clearing character. So he's become a lot less DMC3 Virgil, and has become a lot more DMC4 Nero, if that makes sense for like all two of you who probably played Devil May Cry before. I guess so. So let's start going into some other changes besides the universal slowdown to his melee attacks, but overall buffed range of triangle. Actually, on that note, I do want to mention something. R1, you're still in there. I can't tell really if like the vortex or dragon effect has been increased or not. It kind of looks like it sometimes with the like, you know, like the whole increased range of Room and everything, but I'm not too sure about this. It looks like it could have been though. So outside of that, also press R1, you're still like you're actually more on the outside edge of Room now, because remember in like last game, when you pop Room, you're like around here. And I guess it does still have that weird trait about it, so you can still slash at Room even when you're looking away. Though Flamingo's in trouble, nah, it's okay. Actually, I should go save him. So if you press square, you're actually, there's not too much difference between ranges when you pop it, because like you're just outside of Room now when you press square, and when you press triangle, You're pretty close to it actually, as opposed to Pirate Warriors 2, where you had a good amount of range between you and Room. Like, it's actually quite a bit closer. So I would probably normally count it as a negative because you can't use Room so much as a projectile anymore, but it's still pretty good on its own. So I'm not gonna give it too much shit for that. So I'll just count it as like a neutral change, not a nerf, not a buff, nothing really. It's just kind of there. Let's see. Outside of that, there is a whole Kizuna system, of course, but I'm not gonna cover too much about Kizuna in this game because I will have more to say about it later when I cover Pirate Warriors 3 specific characters, which I probably will in the future. Right now I'm debating on a Marco guide or a Zoro guide. I'll probably do one for both of them in the near future. And he is out of there. Also, just another quick change. I feel like triangle, triangle, square, the rapid slash move basically. Wait a minute, hold the phone, I just noticed something. Hold up. It looked like triangle had vortex on it. Did it? I don't know, maybe it was just my imagination, or maybe I actually pressed R1 before that. My mistake. I've been using Law as a point character in this game, but I haven't been using him too much, and plus I've been juggling like 6 or 7 other characters, so I don't have as much tech for him as I'd like. So, moving on. Let's see. Yeah, triangle, triangle, square, it looks like it has a lot more hit stun. It's a lot easier to actually stun bosses. It actually has a bit of phantom range to it, funny enough. What I mean by that is, like, they don't have to actually be directly in Rune to get affected by it. And look at this. See, Whitebeard's not actually inside the room, but yet he's still getting hit by it. And that's not because of, like, the actual Blade's hitbox outside of it, because I'm inside the room at that point. So I don't know what's going on with that. So this move's gotten a hell of a lot better. On top of, you know, still keeping the increased slashes when you're in keys and everything. That's really cool. Let's see, other main changes. This move's Smash 1's pretty much the same still. The whole, it feels like a lot of his moves have a lot more stun value to them, as in it's a lot easier to pop them up, because I've never had problems actually stunning like enemy generals in this game. It feels like they've actually got a good amount of hit stun to each one, so yeah, again, the overall speed decrease is not that big of a problem. Let's see. That's still the same. It does still have to follow up on when you're in Kizuna in this game as opposed to style. This is pretty much the same. I mean, it looks like it's not covering nearly the entire thing, so that does show that that's pretty much like the same exact rocks in the last game. And it's pretty much like concrete proof that room has gotten a hell of a lot bigger, because the rocks don't even fill the whole thing now, yet it still do hit the whole room. So that's strange, but alright, sure, why not? Okay, yeah. Anyway, the big one that has been changed though is Smash 3 though, because now he does like this vertical hop and he has a triangle extension off of it. It's very strange, and this is like his first move that's an offense move that's outside of room. It's kind of weird, but I think it's kind of cool because that means you can hit people outside of room now, so he's not like strictly a room character, if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. What else he has ever changes? Alright. Neutral Muso hasn't changed whatsoever. Actually, the funny thing is that is the exact same room size that was in Pirate Warriors 2, so you can definitely visibly see it. Like, this is room in this game, and this is the range of room before. Significantly smaller. You can easily see that. That's pretty cool. I think his second Muso has received a size change also. Also, no Shambles hasn't really changed that much. I think they got rid of the weird phantom hitbox from before, where like the cannonballs will pop on the enemies, and then like the explosions will hit other enemies on top of that too outside of the room. I think they fixed that. If not, it's definitely got a... It feels like it does a lot less damage overall, so that's pretty nice. But, I feel like in this game you don't really need to worry about it too much because he just so easily abuses Kizuna anyway. So let's see, Bellamy's going to die. Now I definitely need to complete this level because I need to get him for my Kizuna kill count. Now let's quickly activate this again. So I just quickly go down his moves. Boom, boom, boom. Cool stuff. This does still have the follow-up as before. Smash 3 doesn't, Shambles doesn't get any changes in this, I don't think. Maybe the explosions get a little bigger, I'm not sure. Smash 3 does not receive any changes. I mean, it does have, like, that weird fire effect on it, but it doesn't actually do anything. Oh shit, I actually forgot something about that. Let me go find some more enemies and I can showcase that really fast. As soon as I can do that, once I get there, let's go take it there. Also, when you have this outfit equipped, his taunts are like, one of his taunts is exactly the same as it was in Pirate Warriors 2. The other one's kind of new-ish. So that's pretty nice. Let me just get, yeah, Kuma's a pretty solid sizzle. I'm just gonna try a Dolphininga. Why the hell not? I gotta try him out sometime. Anyway. Something cool about this though is that this actually, if it doesn't kill him outright, okay. Let's see, who is around here I can try this on. This might work. If it doesn't kill him, hang on, let me just go actually pull it up. Why not? Check controls. Here we go. Injection shot. Lowers defense of enemies with room and instead of flying. So that basically means that he's got scan built into his attacks outside of triangle square, which, you know, was already pretty awesome in its own right. But now he can do it in Smash Attack 3, and that's pretty good considering you can actually like dash cancel out of it too. That's really nice. Yeah, let me just clear these guys out. I think Scalpel does more damage actually. I'm not sure about that, but it looks like it does. It definitely. I've killed more enemies than I thought I would with Scalpel actually, so that's pretty nice. Cool. Yeah, finally. This move's pretty much unchanged, I think. It actually looked like it hit a lot of enemies outside of room. Let me go try that. Oops. Well, anyway, I guess I'll just go ahead and triangle string. Again, pops a lot closer than before, but it looks like it's easier now to get, like, enemy generals in there, so that's kind of cool. Not really, like, a standout change, but actually, hang on. That's R1. Whenever it ends. Okay. Huh. It looks like it popped it. Yeah, it did pop it really close. What the hell? I have to do with like the hitbox or something like that? Because I am just pressing triangle for that one. It changes. Hey, wait a minute. No, I don't think that's like depends on how long you hold on the button. That'd be weird. I don't know. I'm sure that's something. Again, I've never really had a time to actually sit down and go in depth with all this stuff, like unlike Pirate Warriors 2. But anyway, triangle square is pretty much the same. It does still do a shitload of damage. It's still projectiles, but you don't really need to worry about that anymore because hitting enemies with projectiles, you don't need to worry about style, like making your physical attacks balance off of them. So you can just do whatever you want, basically. Let's see. Triangle square has not really been too much changed. I mean, it's a lot better now because you can follow up with the keys in an attack, which is really nice. But outside that, there's not really too many changes for that one. Triangle square, as I explained before. A lot easier to stun enemies now. You can do this so easily now. This is ridiculously good now. But I think they toned the damage down a little bit because I have not been able to like one-shot bosses with this as I have in Pirate Warriors 2. So that's a little bit disappointing, but you know, not too bad. Yeah, it did look like Triangle actually dragged him in. Maybe I'm imagining that. I don't know. I'll have to go look. Maybe someone in the comments knows that actually, if like all of his room attacks have a built-in vortex now. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I have not looked at that yet. Does it actually say anything about that in the controls? If just pressing R1, place in front of you. That's nice. Apparently, I'm not finding out there. Where the hell's that? Ah, come on, where the fuck's the area? Oh god, it's over there. No wonder. Okay, yeah, I got you, Dofi. No worries. As I explained before, I think Muso 2 has received. Actually, no, I didn't explain it yet. Room or this move has definitely been changed. It looks like the range has been greatly toned down because originally it would go like all the way across, but now not so much. Also, you can visually see like positioning wise before the cutscene starts. Law is actually like more towards the middle. He's in like the first quarter area, like right between like he's a lot more far in is basically what I'm trying to say. Why they did that, I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure if they're in the room anyway, they'll still get hit. I don't know what's going on with that, but sure, why not? And of course, because of how much easier it is to get Muso in this game than it is in Pirate Warriors 2, it just makes the first Muso attack so much more moot in that case. It's just so much more worth just using Muso 2 in this case, but that's just me personally. As I explained before, probably the biggest loss that Law has is he doesn't have access to style anymore, which tactical style basically allowed him to slow down time, and that allowed him to stun all enemies around him temporarily and get like infinite combos. Like basically, in this game, it's kind of like what happened if you use like Whitebeard's Kizuna effect, where it slows down time around all enemies, so that way you can get a shitload of combos. Between that and what else? What was I gonna say? Between that and the slowdown melee attacks, he's not gonna be like one-shotting all enemies in the game now, or like take off like 60-70% of their health. Because you know, enemies in this game actually have like segmented health bars now, so you couldn't do it anyway. Feels like it's a little easier for him to actually get in on enemies. Like he's gonna do. God, how do you avoid that attack? I can never figure it out. Oh, thanks, camera. Why not? You know, I'm just gonna do this. It's probably gonna kill him though. Or not. Cool.